In Grandma's cozy little house, everyone gathered around me. They were all strangers I'd never met before. Shh, quiet everyone. Grandma signaled for everyone to stop making noise. I sat nervously in the middle of the room, feeling my heart pound as their eyes were fixed on me. Grandma came closer with a gentle smile and lightly touched my hat. I immediately held it down, shaking my head vigorously. Please, no, I'm scared. It'll be okay. Grandma gently lifted my hat, revealing my radiant, glittering red hair. I looked around nervously, but they were all marveling at it. It's a miracle. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? At that moment, I thought I had Rapunzel's magical hair. It's just red hair. Luna, with her shiny blonde hair, stood by the door, pouting with jealousy. That annoying girl was my younger sister. Hi, I'm Ruby, 15, from New York. Unlike Luna and my parents' smooth blonde hair, mine was wild and mysterious. I was also the only redhead in the city, a natural redhead, almost unheard of here. Your hair looks like a sunset. Why is my hair different from yours?
You'll find out in time. It's special.
But things turned out differently than they'd hoped. The special attention from our parents made Luna resent me. Ruby, you're the apple of Mom and Dad's eye. I wish I had something special so they'd pay attention to me. Your golden locks are beautiful too, Luna. But no matter how much I tried to console her, my sister remained grumpy. It all came to a head when I was 7 and Luna was 6. We were playing pretend with Dad, and he placed a crown on my head, calling me the princess of the kingdom. It made me laugh with delight. Suddenly, Luna stormed over in a rage and shoved me to the ground. I'm the princess! Then she dumped a bottle of glue that Mom had just bought for her crafts right onto my head. Dad rushed to pick me up, while Mom hugged Luna to calm her down. That night, my parents cried their eyes out when they saw that I had to shave off my hair. It's okay, Mom and Dad. It'll grow back. And it did, quickly, more beautiful and thicker than before. Luna continued to be a brat well into our high school years. School was tough, especially with my striking hair. Luna had become a pretty popular girl with her shiny blonde hair, while I was a grumpy sister with frizzy hair. Worst of all, she led a mean girl gang that constantly picked on me, giggling whenever I walked by. They gave me horrible nicknames like Carrot Top and Firehead. I was being bullied by my own sister. I couldn't tell my parents. I didn't want them to be sad. One day at lunch, I tried to hide in the corner of the cafeteria, but the mocking whispers still pierced through. I felt like I didn't belong anywhere. Hey, Ruby. I looked up and saw a new girl. She was kind with a bright smile. Can I sit with you? Sure, I'd love that. Honestly, I was thrilled that someone wanted to be friends with me. Your hair is amazing. Thanks. But just as I finished speaking, I felt something trickling down my head. Ketchup? Oops, my bad. Your hair looked just like a ketchup bottle. The whole cafeteria erupted in laughter. Realizing that even a new girl wanted to bully me, I angrily flipped the table, sending food flying, and stormed out. After that, I kept my red hair a secret. I snuck into the bathroom with a box of hair dye. Brown, black, even blonde. Anything to hide the red.
Ruby, are you in there?
Just a minute, Mom! Despite all my efforts, it was a complete failure. My classmates found out about the hair dye and the red hair grew back quickly. Even my hoodie couldn't hide my ever-growing hair. Luna and the mean girls yanked off my hood, laughing as my red hair tumbled out. Why hide it? It's as beautiful as a sunset. Stop it, Luna! Why do you have to do this to me? I ran home and threw myself onto my bed, tears streaming down my face. My parents anxiously pushed open the door.
What happened, sweetheart?
This hair is ruining my life! Everyone thinks it's a joke! Mom stroked my hair and they looked at each other and nodded.
It's time.
I stared at them in surprise as they announced that our whole family will be going to Scotland for the summer, where Grandma lives. Grandma's village in Scotland looked like something out of a fairy tale. Walking down the small road, I noticed people staring at me. I pulled my hat down lower, not wanting to become the center of attention again. Grandma led us into her cozy house. I was startled to see so many unfamiliar faces inside. She guided me to the center of the room and removed my hat. It's a miracle, isn't it? Everyone around marveled in agreement. I felt my face flush with embarrassment. It's just boring red hair, isn't it? I'll talk to her later. I want you to see this. I took the thick album from Grandma. Inside were many photos of our relatives. One photo of a beautiful young woman caught my eye, mostly because her hair was as vividly red as mine. That's your great-great-grandmother. She was so beautiful that the villagers called her a fairy. My hair. Yes, it's very special. I felt much more confident after learning about the origin of my hair. It was actually something wonderful. I followed Grandma around the village, mainly to find Luna. We stopped at a small bakery and the baker beamed as she handed me a freshly baked pastry. You look like a goddess, young lady. Thank you. That's my granddaughter. I smiled at the warm hospitality of the villagers. While Grandma chatted happily with the baker, I continued walking up the hill, suddenly noticing a boy around my age running towards me.
Run! Get out of the way!
Behind him were dozens of wooden barrels rolling uncontrollably. What on earth is happening? Instinctively, I stepped aside, avoiding the path of the rolling barrels, while the boy seemed unable to stop.
Move! Hurry!
Without thinking, I lunged towards him, knocking both of us off to the side just before the barrels could crush him.
We're alive! Thanks for saving me, Red.
My name is Ruby, by the way. Are you always this much trouble?
Just a little experiment. I thought I could outrun the barrels.
Ugh!
You must be the beautiful redhead everyone's talking about. By the way, I'm...
Callum! The baker stood at the top of the hill, hands on her hips, glaring at Callum. Those barrels must have been hers.
Oh, Mom. Gotta run.
Callum grabbed my hand and we dashed deeper into the village. His fear of his mom made me laugh. He seemed more afraid of her than the barrels. To repay me, Callum offered to buy me an ice cream. As we sat under a tree waiting, I saw Luna approaching with a pretty Scottish girl. Luna made friends fast. Well, isn't it the American girl with the show-off hair? Great, just what I needed. My precious sister must have already filled her with all sorts of mean ideas.
Leave her alone, Moira. She hasn't done anything.
Let's see how long you can defend her. Moira pouted before turning and walking away with Luna. Over the next few days, Callum and I quickly became friends. He showed me all the best spots in the village, the best places to pick wildflowers, and even took me to the museum. I was fascinated by the different portraits and the history of red hair in Scotland. My great-great-grandmother's picture was also there. I felt so proud to have inherited such a valuable legacy.
Excuse me, young lady.
I turned to see a museum guard approaching me with a stern expression.
I received a report that an antique hairpin is missing from the display.
Sorry, but I didn't take anything.
She's right. I was with her the whole time.
Just a security check. May I check your bag?
I handed the guard my bag and saw Luna and Moira smirking from a corner. My heart sank, fearing real trouble. In less than a second, the guard held up the hairpin, looking disappointed at me. I didn't do it! Check the CCTV! I looked towards Luna, but they had already disappeared. After reviewing the camera footage and confirming that someone had planted the hairpin in my bag, all accusations were cleared.
This is awkward. Sorry about that. To make it up to you, we'd like to invite you to the Red Hair Festival this weekend.
Wow, special invitations only for villagers.
I smiled all the way home, forgetting about Luna's attempt to frame me. Honestly, I learned to ignore it. The annual Red Hair Festival was filled with traditional games, music, and dancing. Grandma and Callum cheerfully led me to the festival grounds. As we moved through the lively crowd, I was amazed by the sea of red hair in all shades and ages. The cheerful sound of bagpipes filled the air.
You don't look like a tourist. You fit right in here, Ruby.
So, is the local ready for some dancing? Moira was dressed in an elegant traditional Scottish outfit today. She challenged me to join the traditional Highland competition. Let's see if you're really one of us. Bring it on, Moira. The first event was the traditional Scottish dance competition. I stood opposite Callum as the music started. I tried to move gracefully, practicing the steps Grandma had taught me. 1, 2, jump, 1, 2, jump. While we were lost in the music, Moira tripped and fell. Without thinking, I extended my hand and helped her up. Are you okay? I was sure a smile would calm her down. Moira looked surprised but forced a smile. Fine, thanks. We continued dancing and I noticed a change in Moira's attitude. For the first time, she smiled at me. Next up was the tug-of-war. Once the teams were divided, I found myself facing Moira again. Gripping the thick, rough rope in my hands, the whistle blew and we pulled with all our might. The fierce tugging burned my hands, but I refused to give up. I dug my heels into the ground and pulled with everything I had. Finally, drenched in sweat, the referee blew the whistle, signaling the end. Moira approached me and extended her hand. You're stronger than I thought. You won. Thanks. I grabbed Moira's hand and she helped me up. That smile. I knew I had just gained a new friend. But there was still one person who wasn't happy. Luna. She pouted as she saw Moira and me making amends. So childish. Summer vacation came to an end and it was time to say goodbye to Scotland. My heart felt heavy as I stood outside Grandma's house. Grandma, Callum, and Moira all came to see us off. You've grown so much, Ruby. Remember, you're always welcome here. This is your home, too. Don't forget you owe me a rematch in tug-of-war. You're on, Moira. Finally, Callum approached, grinning mischievously at me.
Take care, Red, and don't let anyone dull that shine.
As the car drove away, I looked back at everyone waving, feeling a mix of sadness and gratitude. Scotland had given me an invaluable gift, confidence in myself. Back in the US, I returned to school with a new spirit. Gone were the days of hiding my red hair under a hoodie. I walked through the school gates, head held high, my red hair shining in the sunlight. That day, the school announced we would start the new year with a summer experience presentation. I knew exactly what I wanted to share. This summer, I visited Scotland. I told them everything I had experienced, from discovering my roots to learning that my red hair was something to be proud of. I saw curiosity and interest in the eyes of everyone listening. And I want to thank Luna, my mischievous sister. Without her, I wouldn't be who I am today. Luna, Mom, and Dad, and I always love you. I returned to my seat to the applause of everyone. Luna, with tears in her eyes, couldn't help but throw a teasing comment my way. Looks like Mom and Dad's sunset turned into a sunrise, huh? Red hair? Not so bad at all. You goof.
Hey there, I'm Lindsay from Los Angeles. Life's pretty epic with just me and my grandma, who's basically the queen of my world. By 15, I nailed it into one of the city's most prestigious high schools. Everything went topsy-turvy on my first day back after spring break. Crap, I'm gonna be late! I was blitzing on my bike, but as I tried to stop, something got in the way and bam! I was airborne. Ah! I crash-landed right on top of Noah, possibly the hottest, classiest guy in the universe. And now here he is, inches away. Is he gonna kiss me? Huh? His face is going pale like he's seen a ghost. What the heck? Am I that scary? Or, no way, I did brush my teeth and had my hair all nice and pretty. Oh my gosh, look at the poor girl. Bet she's never even been kissed. First kiss, huh? Oh, yeah, no princess nabbed this cutie princess's first kiss yet. Alright, I'm gonna make sure I get a real sweet first kiss before I turn 17. Later that day, trudging home with a busted bike from the morning's crash, I stepped in dog poop. Oh, could this day get any worse? Oh, my poor baby. Who's the irresponsible owner? I looked around and spotted the culprit. The dude, the dog walker, not too far off. Seriously? You couldn't clean up after your dog? And you're just standing there like nothing's wrong. I froze as he turned around. He was kinda hot, but also familiar?
It's just a tiny bit of poop. Wash your shoe and it's all good.
Just wash it off? You've just ruined its flawless complexion!
Wasn't it your fault for not watching where you were stepping?
I was so close to decking him right there. Do I look like I'm joking around? But he just shrugged and disappeared. Why is everyone so annoying today? Back home, I was wallowing in bed, wondering how I'm supposed to get that first kiss if I don't even have a boyfriend. Noah's out of reach, and the other guys? Ugh, just lame. That's when I noticed the light on in the next door bedroom. Has he come back after nearly 10 years? Mike and I were tight since we were kids. He was a couple of years older, a chubby but adorable kid. Super sweet.
This is for you, Lindsay. My mom says all women in the world deserve to be cherished.
I had the biggest crush on him and even dreamed we'd get married someday. But then he had to move away with his parents and we lost touch. And now he's back. Curious about how he looks now. Still the cuddly bear, maybe? But then out steps this hunk. Oh, mamma mia, that body has me nosebleeding. Mike changed that much? What the? I was stunned, realizing who he was. The dog walker from the morning! It's you! Instead of responding, he just flashed a pervert sign and shut the blinds. Only then did I realize how mortifying my gawking must have been. No wonder why I found him familiar. Later, taking out the trash, there was Mike, also with his trash. Utterly rattled by his scary hot looks, I stammered. Look at you, puberty did you right. Guess miracles do happen.
So why'd the miracle skip you?
Why's he gotta be so infuriating? Did Mike forget all our past? He shot me a frosty look and went back inside. A few days later, I was sipping on hot coffee at the cafe when I noticed a gaggle of giggly girls crowding around a guy. The world might as well have stopped spinning when I recognized his face. Mike. Again! I marched over and announced, "Excuse me, ladies, but this guy is just a negligent dog walker. He let his dog poop on the street without cleaning it up." I was all smug, ready for his embarrassment, but they just ignored me. No way. Duh, that's Mike. I know, he's a total mess. Wait, Mike? Like the hot new singer? The girls continued fawning over him while I was too stunned to speak.
First off, that's my dog, so I'm not some random dog walker. Secondly, one of my pups did its business unnoticed, leading you to step in it. I'll pay for those shoes, okay? How much do you want?
You think you could just throw money at the problem? Not happening.
Hey, wait up!
Ow!
Are you alright?
I can't. She looks really hurt. It was just an accident by Mike, right? Poor thing. Boo-hoo, I think I broke my ankle. I can't walk. I'm not gonna be paralyzed for life, am I?
I'm sorry, I
latched onto his neck and clung tight. Now he had to listen to me. I can see cameras over there. Your reputation would be shattered if... Mike scooped me up to the astonishment of everyone around, including me. To avoid exposing my lie, I played along with casting my beloved leg. Mike even agreed to come over daily to take care of me. Actually, it was a brilliant idea. Now I could easily get back at him for being so rude to me. Who would have thought a famous pop star would turn into my personal caretaker? One day, I asked Mike to cook me a beefsteak.
Here you go.
Oh, looks kinda raw, huh? I wanted it medium rare.
Okay, fine.
But when he turned his back, I decided to annoy him further. Oh, looks like it's overcooked now. What to do?
I'll make another one.
Oh, asparagus? Such a tragic fate for vegetables. And you cooked the steak with butter? You know I'm allergic to butter. Watching Mike about to explode was somewhat enjoyable. Your reputation. Reputation.
Fine. But just so you know, I can't be here tonight. I have a concert.
I kept assigning him the most tedious tasks, but he finished them in a blink. Not bad, but... Oh no, they're all mixed up! Can you sort them out for me before you leave?
I could buy you hundreds of new bags of beans.
No, these beans were planted by my grandma. They're precious. Mike picked beans until it was almost showtime. Seeing his exhausted look made me feel like a total brat. All right, enough. I'll help you with the rest. Before I could say more, Mike was already out the door. Huh, my anger had subsided too. Weeks flew by and I was finally free from the cast, though Mike insisted on driving me to school. Wow, he's kinda sweet, isn't he? Just then, Noah spotted us, looking quite annoyed.
Is he your boyfriend?
No, definitely not. Oh, is Noah jealous? Mike stepped in and clarified.
I was just, used to be Lindsay's babysitter. But not anymore. Don't worry. Besides, she likes you, you know.
What? Why would he say that? But I can't deny, since then, Noah started getting closer. I knew it. Just throw in a rival and every guy feels the threat. Nobody can resist the charming Princess Lindsay. Noah and I talked more, had lunch together in the canteen, making the other girls green with envy. Soon I'll have that sweet first kiss with him. Awesome! On the evening of my 17th birthday, I personally prepared a lavish dinner for me and Noah at a fancy restaurant. I was so ready for my first kiss. The dinner went well. We ate and talked joyfully. When leaving the restaurant, I gathered all my courage to do it. I leaned towards Noah, my lips eager and awaiting. But just as I closed my eyes, he stepped to the side, leaving me floundering in midair. I ended up crashing into another male guest and almost kissed him. Unbelievable.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
I thought we could become a couple. I know I'm not your type, but why did you act so close to me then?
You're right. You're not my type.
You...
Because I don't like girls.
What? Noah just said he's gay? God, I bet this info would make most of the girls at school faint.
I haven't come out yet, so please keep this to yourself. But would it bother you to tell me more about that guy Mike? He's cute.
Huh? He...
Oh, no, I see. Alright, but be nice to him, okay? Otherwise, I might steal him from you.
That night on my way home, I was extremely sad. So I couldn't lose my first kiss before turning 17. Will Princess Lindsay become a sleeping beauty, never waking up until she receives the prince's kiss? I just broke down crying.
Are you sad on your birthday?
I looked up and saw Mike. He was holding a small slice of strawberry cake with a candle on it, looking goofy. Mike sat down next to me, offering the cake in front of me.
Hey, make a wish.
I closed my eyes and made a wish, though I knew it wouldn't likely come true.
So, what did you wish for?
Silly. Saying your wish out loud makes it lose its magic.
Then, why are you crying?
I've been trying so hard, you know, trying to find someone right for me. But I've come to realize nobody can stand me. Mike stopped me with a kiss. It was sweet and I responded to that kiss. My heart raced and I bet my body temperature could fry an egg right then. When Mike released me, I laughed but tears fell. So, the wish came true. I had wished for my first kiss before my 17th birthday.
Silly. That wasn't your first kiss.
He reminded me of a story from over 10 years ago, when we were just adorable kids. Maybe we should go back. I'm really scared.
There's nothing to be scared of. Look at me.
Right before Mike could even graze the doorbell, the door flew open. Mike, in a total flap, spun around to make a run for it while I was frozen solid with fear. And then wham! We crashed into each other face first. That's right. I've been crushing on him ever since that kiss. I almost forgot, but he still remembered?
Lindsay, I came back just to find you. A stubborn, lovely, and extremely beautiful girl.
Huh? And here I thought you'd gone and lost your memory. You know you're no match for me. That turned out to be the most unforgettable birthday night ever.
In the kitchen, I was reading the online recipe while trying to fry the eggs. When the pan is hot, add the oil. Boom! The fire was so bright that I jumped back in surprise. Whew! Calm down, Hannah. Just crack the eggs inside, and whew! Mission completed. Nothing can get in my way. Now watch this talented chef flip the eggs. I closed my eyes, threw the egg upwards, but why hadn't they fallen down? I looked up and... oh! The eggs fell on my face! It was so hot I wanted to die. My mom watched me from afar and shook her head in disapproval. You can't even cook. Hi, I'm Hannah, 14 years old. My life story wouldn't be worth telling if my mom hadn't suddenly changed 180 degrees. From a loving mom to a dictator who forced me to be a grown-up at the age of 14. Please like the video and listen to my story. When I was a child, I didn't have a father. My mom promised to love me for his part as well. For that reason, since I was a child, she never scolded or punished me. Whenever I cried, she would comfort me with things I liked. Whatever I wanted, she would immediately buy it for me. Such a carefree life was perfect. I couldn't imagine how my life would be without my mom. However, one afternoon, my mom and her best friend Daisy went out to attend a parental training course and asked me to look after Linda, Daisy's daughter. Being such a naughty kid, she kept pulling my hand and demanded to play outside, so I had to close the door. You must stay here until your mother is back. She scowled, crossed her arms, and glared at me, but when I was distracted for a few seconds, I heard the door squeak. The kid was running away. I rushed to grab her. I told you! Before I could finish, Linda grabbed my hair and tugged it painfully. Take me outside! So, I have to surrender to that little devil? Fortunately, when we went to the park, Linda became more obedient. Later, I got a text from my mom saying that class was longer than expected, and Daisy couldn't pick up Linda in time, so her son would come instead. He's Kevin, my 2-year senior and also my crush. I wouldn't wait a single chance to see him. Oh, there's Kevin, he's waving to me. Gosh, what an eye candy. Suddenly, a car honked loudly as it rushed towards him. Without hesitation, I saved him in the nick of time and got hurt. He was worried for me. You're bleeding. I'll take you to the hospital. Then he helped me get into a taxi. With my arm bandaged, I went home. Before I could tell my mom how brave I was, she snapped. You can't even last a day without a scratch. Then she slammed her bedroom door and didn't answer no matter how much I called her. I don't know what they taught her in that parental training class, but it definitely was not anything good. The next morning, I got up early to prepare breakfast for my mom. She must have been exhausted yesterday. I sat on the table patiently waiting for her. When she came out, I saw dark circles around her eyes. I asked worriedly, but she looked at me with determined eyes. I've been thinking a lot about how I've raised you over the past 14 years, and I realize that you need to grow up. Then she put a stack of papers on the table. I looked at her doubtfully. Mom, did you take the wrong medicine? Huh? But when I looked at those papers, I knew she wasn't joking. Inside was my packed schedule for the next month. Learning to cook, learning to clean, learning martial arts. Oh my god. I felt like a disgraced princess who was banished to slavery overnight. To reassure me, my mom said she would take me to a very interesting place. Maybe she had regretted her silly ideas. But when I got there, I was shocked. It was a sports center. Mom said firmly, I've signed you up for a boxing course. Train hard, dear. Then I was dragged inside by an aggressive-looking coach. They were full of sweaty, burly guys who excitedly surrounded me. Are you ready, little girl? Mom, save me. After a few days of intense boxing practice, my whole body was aching all over. Jesus, why did I have to obey my mom's absurd rules? The next day, I pretended to have fallen at school and was on crutches. When Mom wasn't at home, I immediately ordered fried chicken to celebrate. When the doorbell rang, I threw the crutches away and ran to grab my treats. Is this how it feels to stand in front of Heaven's Gate? I was about to take my first bite when suddenly my mom barged in. She had installed a camera in the house and saw me dashing like an arrow to the door. After that, I had to attend regular boxing classes under her supervision. 2 weeks later, I came to Kevin's house to study and came home pretty late. When I left, it was already 10 p.m. Kevin said he would take me home, but I refused because I didn't want to trouble him. But being a gentleman, he still walked me home. The mood was perfect until 2 thugs blocked our way. Give me all your money. I thought Kevin would beat them up like how they did in the movies, but nope. He trembled and hid behind me. The thugs got impatient and grabbed my hand, trying to take my school bag. Time to show off what I had learned in boxing class. I immediately threw my bag at him, then swung my fist before he knew what was going on. When the other guy charged at me, I quickly punched his stomach. Not all girls are weak. My mom would be so proud of me. I was silently thanking her when I felt stinky breath on my head. I slowly turned around and saw a fat thug twice my height. Wanna help me, Kevin? Great, he just ran away. I tried to calm myself. There's nothing to fear, Hannah. I was about to swing my fist at him, but he stopped me easily. Suddenly, a car arrived. The window was lowered, and it was my mom. Again, she shook her head in disapproval. You failed the self-defense test, dear. So my mom hired these thugs to test me? I shouted angrily at her. How could you do such a thing? What if I got hurt? Then you would have to tough it up. I stared blankly at my mom. She was beyond help. The next morning, she woke me up at 3 a.m. to get into the car. I yawned and asked, "Where are we going, Mom?" "I've signed you up for a new school." In a panic, I snatched the flyer from her and discovered that it was military school. How could you decide my own life like that? Stop the car! I tried to open the car door, but it was useless. What should I do now? Fine, at least let me have a full meal before going. I begged her to stop, and she finally agreed to stop at the next station. As soon as the car door opened, I quickly ran out, but my mom immediately chased after me. Stop, Hannah! I didn't have time to choose the direction, so I just blindly rushed straight ahead until I was blocked by a large fence. I tried to look for another direction, but my mom was already behind me. It's over. Return to the car now. No way! I pushed her away and quickly climbed the fence. Suddenly, Mom caught my legs. Hannah, get down here. I quickly pulled my legs up, causing her to lose support and fall to the ground. I successfully got to the other side and turned around to taunt her. I don't want to attend your stupid lessons anymore. However, my mom was lying motionlessly. Come on, Mom, don't pretend to faint. Seeing her not moving, I began to panic. Mom? Mom? Someone save my mom! After getting the help from the passers-by, I was able to bring her to the hospital in time. The doctor told me that her condition was worsening. Turns out, that afternoon my mom didn't attend any training classes, but went to the doctor and got diagnosed with stomach cancer. She was afraid that she would die when I was still too small, so she came up with those survivor lessons to prepare me for a life without her. My mom weakly hugged me as tears ran down my face. I hope you can still take care of yourself, even without me. 1 month later, my mom started having radiation treatment, and it's been so difficult for both of us. But I'll definitely stay by her side every single minute. I hope everyone who's listening to my story now will appreciate your beloved ones more and tell them you love them. Let's overcome all of the difficulties and hardships together.
I tried my best too.
So what about me? Do they even care about how this affects me?
Wait, you can't just leave over this!
It's not just about you forgetting our anniversary, Mark. You're never here!
I've been working my butt off for us. What more do you want?
I want my husband back. I want us to matter more than your job. And then Dad lets go, Mom storms out, hails a taxi, and disappears from my sight. The last thing I see is Dad silently turning back into the room and slamming the door shut. The phone rings. $10,000 added to my bank account. What the fudge? Oh snap, it's from Dad.
I have to go on a business trip for 2 days. Be good at home, sweetie.
This is way more than my usual allowance. Does Dad think he can make up for it like this? As if. What I really want is for my parents to get back together. That night, instead of hanging out with friends, I spend the entire evening texting Mom. Why not? I have to try to pull her back home. Dad skipped a few meals already, Mom. I think he even forgot to brush his teeth this morning before work. I don't care about him. Are you okay, my little Minnie? I'm fine. It's just Dad who isn't. But Mom doesn't reply anymore. Anytime I bring up Dad, all I get back is this terrifying silence. But how can you catch a tiger cub without entering the tiger's den? The next day, I head to the skate park and pretend to get hurt. I end up in the hospital and my parents rush over. Perfect. Oh, my little Minnie. How could you let this happen? Wait, hold up.
If you hadn't left, she wouldn't be this upset.
And everything just blows up. My parents start arguing so loudly that security has to escort them out. Oh, great. Not giving up hope, a few days later, I have a new perfect plan. I secretly contact Dad's secretary and quickly find out where he will be dining. I cleverly arrange for Mom to be there. Maybe a romantic dinner will remind them of their first date. Dad is already there when I arrive. It looks like he's waiting for someone. Could it be Mom? Did they figure out my plan? Awesome! I sit at a table right behind Dad, ready to catch the old folks red-handed sneaking a date. God, suddenly I really need to pee! As I walk past a woman at the restroom door, her perfume makes me choke. Is there a problem? I shake my head and wave it off. Bet she's on a romantic date tonight. I come back out and Mom still hasn't arrived. But what shocks me more is that woman is now sitting next to my dad. They look so cozy it makes me want to hurl. I thought Dad was still upset about Mom leaving. It doesn't end there. While I'm freaking out, not sure what to do, Mom's been standing there the whole time. Her face is ashen and she's even more shocked than me. Dad! Ugh, I can't even with you! Mom hasn't answered my calls for days. She must be really mad.
If you're not focused while skateboarding, you could get hurt!
Right then, my skateboard slips from under my feet. But with superior skills, I land perfectly.
Wow! With skills like that sprained ankle story from the other day seems kinda off.
A guy steps in front of me. Jack, the hot manager of the skate park. I've always had a thing for his good looks, but I've never actually talked to him. Jack gives me a sense of security, making it easy for me to unload all my pent-up anger.
Huh, we're pretty similar, you know?
Huh? Jack's mom is a modern woman. She loves her job and herself more than she loves her own kid.
I had to start fending for myself when I was just 10. I don't even know who my dad is.
Hearing about his life makes my own drama seem a bit less dramatic. What now? If Dad's calling to apologize, no way I'm forgiving him that easy.
Hey, answer it. I gotta head out. Catch you later.
Ugh, looks like I've got to deal with my parents' mess before I even think about my own love life. If Dad's apologizing and wants my help to make up with Mom, fine. Why are you here? I stutter as I see the woman from earlier sitting pretty in my house.
Minnie, show some respect.
This is Jane, my girlfriend.
Feels like I've been struck by 100 lightning bolts. What about Mom?
Your mom does nothing but nag. Jane here is the CEO of the corporation collaborating with my company.
So what? I'll never let her step foot in this house again! Snake!
You are way out of line, Minnie!
I close my eyes tight as Dad raises his hand. If he actually hits me because of her, I don't ever want to see him again. I hate you, Dad! I say and run out of the house. So freaking annoying! I can't deny I want to see Jack, the only person I feel like talking to right now.
Actually...
Don't tell me you think I should be understanding towards my parents.
No, who said that? Quite the opposite.
I look at Jack, his eyes twinkling with mischief and cunning. Oh yeah, I'm a rebel. Let's play a game and see who comes out on top. In the following days, I truly become the villain in my dad's new love story. Jane visits our house more often, acting all domestic. Cooking, huh? Gross. What did you put in this? It smells like it's been rotting in a stomach for 10 days. Ugh. Despite Dad's scolding, I refuse to accept anything she brings over. Ew! I only wear clothes my mom buys. One evening, I come home to find a party happening. Excuse me? I wasn't invited to a party in my own house?
Thank you all for being here today to bless Jane and me. The wedding is set for next month.
What on earth is going on here? Pinch me. Is this just a terrible nightmare? My skateboard rolls up to the stage just as Jane steps up in front of all the guests. Then she trips and falls flat on her face. I know I'd go to hell for laughing now, but it seems like there's plenty of company down there already. Dad is furious. He makes me write 100 times, "I will not meddle in others' affairs." It doesn't end there. Jane even convinces Dad to ground me for a week. Fine, I'll spend that time plotting to kick her out of our house. But before I can come up with another plan, that night, my dad comes into my room and says,
I want you to study abroad.
I'm not surprised. It's definitely that witch Jane's stupid idea. She wants to get rid of me so she can manipulate Dad easier. I sneak out of the house. I need to find her and set things straight. But the person who shows up next leaves me in disbelief.
Mom, I'm out.
Skateboarding at night might just land you in trouble. I have to clamp my hand over my mouth to stop from screaming. Turns out all this time I've been pouring my heart out to the son of my enemy. Life sure has a twisted sense of humor.
Minnie, what are you doing here?
I'm startled as Jack spots me hiding behind a bush. Jane is also staring at me in surprise, but I'm at a loss for words now. In the days that follow, I'm too disheartened to even want to see Jack. Despite the struggle, I slowly start accepting that my dad has moved on. Until one day, I'm skateboarding alone down a narrow alley. What now? Two mean-looking men pick up Jack's skateboard and snap it in half.
Hey, are you stupid? You're supposed to slide on the skateboard, not break it!
Typical naive kid. Where's your mom? She owes us big time.
Who are you guys? What did my mom do to you?
Ask less. Just know your mom isn't the good person you think.
I kick a can to distract them and bolt. Jack's not a bad guy, though. I tried to tell Mom, hoping she'd save Dad from that sneak Jane. But Mom thought I was just trying to sabotage Dad to bring my parents back together. Meanwhile, Dad ignored me when he found out I snuck out the night before. Ugh, so frustrating, but I wasn't about to let it go. That night, I waited for Jack to leave the house so I could sneak inside. I slipped into Jane's office like a ninja. Just as I opened the door, a loud alarm blared and red lights flashed around the room. Suddenly, a hand grabbed my collar, nearly scaring the life out of me.
Be quiet, we're both screwed. I can't believe you'd take such a risk. If I hadn't come back, you'd be toast.
But your hair is tickling my nose! Jack turned around and our faces were inches apart. The awkwardness overpowered the fear. I was so embarrassed I practically jumped out of my skin. I knew you were bad. I glanced at Jack, still neatly tucked in the closet, and he motioned for me to be quiet. After the wedding, your dad's company will be mine too. Your dad is as foolish as any other man. You came all this way finally knowing the truth, huh? But will your dad ever believe you now? What goes around comes around. I don't care when it comes from me, but you better behave and go study abroad. Your parents would be so disappointed to know you broke into my house to steal. Then she threw me out of the house. My plan to expose her failed, but what about Jack? Would he help me?
Do what she says.
The news of my sudden decision to study abroad shocked both my dad and Mom. That day, Jane also came with my dad. My mom was crying helplessly, watching my dad with utmost disdain. Meanwhile, I was still waiting for someone. Would he come for me? As the final boarding call sounded, I sadly kissed my mom goodbye and turned to leave.
Wait!
Jack, why are you here? Why are the police here? Because we're going to expose you.
Minnie gave me the courage to do this. Without her, I would have lived in guilt, covering up my mother's vile crimes. But how could this be? How did you kids find out?
I was blown away by Dad's sudden shifts in attitude. Not just me, everyone there couldn't believe what was happening. Was this a Hollywood movie? Huh? Dad, you're helping the police investigate Jane? Was everything just an act? That wedding story?
Yes, exactly. I was ordered to keep it absolutely secret, even from you and your mom.
The last thing Dad expected was my overreaction.
But that actually helped. She completely let her guard down.
And that's why you deliberately strained our relationship.
Yes. I'm sorry, my love.
I was relieved that in the end, my parents weren't drifting apart. But right now, I needed to meet someone. He really needed someone to talk to.
The sun was setting, and our scout troop hadn't sold a single cookie yet. Suddenly, two ragged-looking men approached us, and they recognized something.
Huh? Edna, why are you here?
No! There's no way I'm his daughter.
What? Why would you say that?
Go away! Edna's parents are loaded! They're sunbathing in Hawaii, that's where. Don't tell me. She lied. Just to be the best scout? How cheap. Jeez, my life is totally screwed. Hi there, I'm Edna from Illinois. I've dug myself into a hole, and now I've got to face the music. Please hit like and subscribe to MDA before we get started. I live with two dads. One is my biological father, and the other one is from Germany. After marrying my mom and having me, my dad realized he wasn't really in love with her. He followed his heart and found my second dad. Despite the big changes, my life was pretty awesome. They are CEOs of a major amusement park chain in the US, so my life was always filled with laughter. But it all went downhill when I turned 16. Rumors spread that our park was unsafe and even haunted. Our family business tanked and we had to move into a rundown apartment. Every month we were stressed over bills.
Edna, don't waste electricity. Natural air is cooler.
I've told you many times, save water. Use a basin instead of the shower.
Hello? How am I supposed to shampoo my hair? I quickly got used to my new school, not as flashy as my previous private one, but not bad. One day, I came home to find my dads arguing with each other.
You know we can't afford luxuries anymore.
But it's necessary. My face will sag and look horrible without Botox.
I rushed into my room and slammed the door shut. I just want them to get back to how they used to be. Not wanting to stay home and witness their Cold War, I joined the scout troop. Just then, I saw a drop-dead gorgeous guy walking by. Who is that? Him? That's Scoutmaster Harry. Oh, look at that handsome face! Harry stepped up to the podium and signaled us to gather around. He was tall, muscular, and I bet he had a chiseled chest.
Attention! Hello, I'm Harry. Today marks a special occasion in our scouting journey, and the best scout today will earn a very valuable badge. It's worth a lot.
Whispers spread around surely about the badge. I'd never seen it before. Plus, Harry said it was valuable. So if I get it and sell it, I'm sure my dad would be thrilled if I could help out a bit. The tension would vanish and my family would be happy again.
Who wants it?
Me! I and that girl turned to glare at each other. Beautiful and stuck up are the right words to describe her.
I think you should just give it to me. Everyone knows Nancy is the best scout here.
Let's wait and see. New faces might shine today.
Oh my god, did he just notice me? As we were preparing our backpacks for the camping area, Nancy and her minions approached me. She looked like she'd been forced to eat a ton of chilies.
Hey, newbie Edna. That badge will be mine, and so will Scoutmaster Harry.
Oh, really? Let's see what you've got. So she wants what I want. Let's see who wins. I love a challenge. As everyone was following each other up the hill, I made my way towards Harry and accidentally bumped into him. Oops!
Don't rush. Are you hurt?
It hurts. I think it's dislocated. Don't worry, I know what to do. And right there, I demonstrated my skills. Apply ice, wrap it up, don't tie it too tight, and there, all done.
Wow, perfect bandaging. Hey, looks like you need to step up your game to keep up your best scout position, Nancy.
Nancy's furious face was so satisfying to me. To top it off, Harry even offered to carry me up the hill. I kept moaning about my hurt leg just to tease Nancy. I have two dads. One is a super rich CEO, the other is an adventurer who's been to the Amazon and photographed South American anacondas. Amid the odd looks of my peers, I laid it on even thicker. It was huge and terrifying, but my dad took down one of them. Suddenly, a snake fell right into my lap. Startled, I screamed and jumped up. Everyone was surprised, not because of Nancy's fake snake prank, but because my leg was obviously not as hurt as I claimed. Ouch, it hurts. It really does hurt. All right, I admit my leg was never really sprained. Maybe just a little cramp? It's fine now. Harry looked at me with annoyance. Well, of course he had to carry me all the way up the hill. We had lunch before splitting into teams for the race, but I dared not to open my lunchbox because...
Today it's just broccoli, a bit of pancake, and a banana.
I'm not a vegetarian, Dad.
We need to tighten our belts, sweetheart. No meat.
With your family's wealth, you must be having lobster and king crab for lunch, right?
Well, actually, just a banana. I'm dieting. My stomach was growling nonstop as Harry called the two teams to gather. I hope I don't faint here from hunger. If you're on my team, I'll treat you to a month-long stay at my villa in Hawaii. Yeah, there's no villa in Hawaii. I just need them until I get that badge. Then make up some excuse like the house burned down or got swept away by a flood and voila, no trip at all. Harry still wouldn't give me a chance, and I knew I had to win this contest to get back in his good graces. The teams were quickly formed and we dove into the race. Girl Scout cookies! My team and Nancy's were all set to sell cookies outside the supermarket. The team that sells the fastest and earns the most money wins. Easy peasy.
I'll take 2 packs of cookies. Make that 5 for me.
Come on, folks, buy 2 packs or more and get a free hug. Pfft, she's always up to something. The sun was setting and our team hadn't sold a single cookie yet. Nancy still had that smug, self-satisfied look on her face. There was no way I was going to let her beat me. And I had to get that valuable badge at all costs.
You look hungry. Why not buy a box of cookies?
But we don't have any money.
What are you doing here?
Do you know them, Edna?
No, of course not. You've got the wrong person. Oh no, why did they have to show up here? My lies are going to be exposed. But before I could pull my team away, my teammate spoke up.
How could she know them? They don't look upscale. Edna's family is wealthy.
I could tell my dad was heartbroken about the lies I'd told about them.
Edna, why would you lie like that? Are you ashamed of us for being poor?
And I never wrestled a South American anaconda.
Oh, the truth about her seems way more interesting, doesn't it, guys? Turns out her lunchbox just had broccoli and pancakes. She threw it away, probably because it smelled poor.
We are very disappointed in you, Edna.
As everyone turned their backs and walked away, I managed to grab my friend's hand. I can explain.
I don't have time to listen to your tall tales.
Embarrassed, I ran away. Ouch!
Oh wow, bet she's faking it again to get carried.
Harry, he must know everything by now, but this time my ankle really hurts. I cried myself to sleep. Waking up, I checked my phone only to see a notification that Nancy had won the badge. Everything was a mess.
You don't need to have the lights on. We don't own an electrical company.
You can't understand what I've been through. I tried to win just to get that valuable badge. I thought it might help pay off a bill. Do you always have to think about saving, not realizing how it affects me?
Are you blaming us for being broke?
That's not what I meant! Ugh, forget it! I ran out of the house in anger. They don't get me, not one bit. Just then, I bumped into someone. It was Harry with a box of unsold cookies.
Why did you have to lie? Good friends will cherish the real you.
I wanted that badge. I thought it might help. Maybe even help Dad afford his monthly Botox shots.
Oh, that special badge? It's truly valuable, but you can't sell it for money, silly. Are you really that obsessed with making money?
His words hit home. He was right. I'd become a terrible person. A liar. All right then, hand it over. I'll make it right. Don't worry, it's completely free. Harry and I handed out cookies to everyone. They were sure to be delighted. The last thing I needed to do to make amends, make peace with my dads. Dad, I'm sorry.
No. We raised you to be good. One of the Scouts' virtues is honesty, and we've been trying every day to make life as good as it used to be. But life has its ups and downs. We're sorry for making you feel we weren't happy.
But we are happy, you know? We love you and forgive you.
This is something money can't buy. In the following days, I started helping my dads with household chores. I also participated in more scouting activities. Nancy and her friends seemed less snobbish, and Harry, he said he was happy to see me as a little sister in his family. Although that kind of bummed me out.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days. Oh no! I'm screwed!
Oh my god. Joy! What have you done now? Oh, my precious plates!
What a disaster. I didn't mean to. Sorry, Dad. Can't you make a normal entrance just one day? If you ever see me gently opening the door and going all, "Hello, Dad. Hello, Mom. Did you have a splendid day?" then that would be really weird. Ooh! Hey there, I'm Joy Kelsey, 15, from Ohio, and I'm an only child in a millionaire family. I was on top of the world until this happened and turned everything upside down. But first, hit like and subscribe to MDA and I promise I'll tell you exactly what happened. My parents are like the richest entrepreneurs in America. Trust me, we're just more low-key than Elon Musk. You see, my family's always been all classy and noble-like, until I come in. Instead of chilling to Dad's $100,000 classical music vinyls, I'm all about that hip-hop life. I spent most of my time busting moves to sick beats, skateboarding, and causing chaos in our huge mansion, making the butler and maid sweat buckets. But hey, isn't that the privilege of being the only child? I was treated like royalty. Then, out of the blue, this day came. Dad, I've cleaned those ancient Greek pattern plates. Where would you like to display them?
Oh, thank you. Fantastic. Haven't had the time to even touch them. I've been so busy. And you knew they were Greek patterns?
Of course. I've been learning a lot about our home decor to have more to talk about with you.
Oh, Violet, you're such a good kid.
You should hear her play the piano. She's on par with world-class artists. My parents were all over Violet. She became part of the family so fast, and the thought of not being the only golden child anymore scared me. I can't understand why you'd want to adopt her.
Joy, she's had a tough time. We need to show her some love to make up for it.
Tough time? What tough time? And why do we have to make up for it? Why not the Brahms from across the street? They don't even have kids. Enough, Joy. Don't be rude. You're not a toddler anymore. Take these cookies to Violet and get to know her. It's not like I'm mean or anything against Violet, but you see, ever since she stepped into my life, everything's been topsy-turvy. Walking past my parents' room, I noticed the door slightly open. And Violet was inside! Violet, what are you doing here? Joy, I was just... What's this? You trying to steal Mom's jewelry? No, I... Don't lie! The evidence is right here! What's happening here? Oh, my sapphire earrings! She was trying to steal them from the drawer! What? No! I asked Violet to find them for me. I needed them for tomorrow and couldn't find them in that messy drawer. Thank you, Violet. And Joy, I think you owe her an apology for your terrible behavior. It's just a misunderstanding, Mom. She didn't know. Joy, your apology's accepted. I didn't apologize. Joy! Why would my mom trust an outsider so easily? I still feel like there's something weird about Violet. She's definitely hiding something. Things got even worse when Violet started coming to school.
Check out the new girl. She's so pretty.
She's Joy Kelsey's foster sister? Wow, talk about night and day! She's so graceful and classy!
Violet wasn't just impressing the classmates, she was acing every subject, practically conquering the top spot in school. She was like the center of the universe, everything revolving around her. Some even joke that my parents found their long-lost biological child. Even Nick, my ride-or-die bestie, couldn't resist Violet's charm. Hey Nick, you're so cool with that skateboard! That aerial flip was epic!
Oh, no biggie. I can pull off tougher tricks.
Amazing! Maybe you could teach me sometime?
Sure. You could ask JK too. She's a skateboard pro.
She acted like she and Nick had been tight for ages. It drove me nuts. I didn't want to see Violet for another second. One night, weird noises from the attic woke me up. I crept out to check just in time to catch Violet climbing down. Aha! I learned my lesson. Not letting her off the hook this time. This is the blueprint of our mansion? Why does she need this? And why sneak around at night? Crap! She's coming this way! I just lay there, barely breathing, trying to keep my heart from racing. I only relaxed when her footsteps faded away. Tell me I'm not the only one who thinks there's something off about Violet.
Violet? I don't know. She's pretty, friendly, and fun.
Yeah, right.
Come on, JK. You sulking?
Like anyone cares how I feel. I thought I was enough for my parents, but guess not.
Listen, JK. Maybe your parents just want you to spend more time with them instead of skateboarding and dancing.
That's one thing, but I can't trust her.
Cheer up. Tomorrow's your birthday bash. Get ready for some awesome surprises.
Since you told me that Violet is pretty, you're uninvited.
No way. Didn't I tell you you're always the prettiest?
Okay, I gotta admit, lately I feel strange around Nick. Like now. Gosh, it's like electricity zapping through me. Maybe it's just teenage hormones? I never considered sharing their interests like Violet does. Who is she really? Part of me wants to trust Violet, but the other part can't get past her strange behavior. Finally, my birthday bash arrived. After greeting a few guests with my parents and welcoming my friends to the mansion, I noticed Violet sneaking off to the back garden with some shady-looking figures. What's up with that? A bunch of tough-looking dudes were surrounding Violet. But why was she so calm about it? I need proof to expose her. Let's postpone the break-in plan. Now's not the right time. She's getting suspicious of me.
Not now. Then when? I've noticed you acting weird lately, Violet. You got some other agenda.
Damn it! I knew it! Violet's a con artist. She's after my family's money. Suddenly, a white cloth clamps over my nose and mouth. I struggled with all my might, but soon felt weak and everything went dark. Where am I? My head's killing me. I blink hard, trying to focus, and realize I'm in a damp, empty container. Violet's standing there, those same thugs from the garden by her side.
Well, guess who's awake now? Brave little mouse trying to rat us out.
Violet, what is this? You deceived my whole family? But Violet just gave me this cold look. She's in cahoots with these goons.
With both Kelsey girls here, we'll double the ransom. $100 million in 2 days. What should we do first with 100 million, boys?
$100 million? Don't get greedy. I stuck to the plan and didn't take a cent.
Naive little girl. Ever heard of greed has no limits?
Damn it! How dare you double-cross me?
'Cause you're nothing. When you were homeless, we took you in and gave you money to live. Now that you have millionaire parents and you wanna ditch us? Ungrateful brat! Hey, what do you think you're doing, brat?
Stop! But Violet! Did she just take a hit for me? The ropes are just loosely tied. Pull hard. Run now. Violet started fighting back, clearing a path for me. Wow, who is this? She's like a completely different person. I was about to flee, but what about Violet? She may be a criminal, but she saved me. Without hesitation, I'd throw a brick at the thug, grab Violet's hand, and we'd run. Why didn't you run first? Shut up, just run! There they are! We're saved! Nick had tore the whole mansion apart and then called the cops immediately. They tracked my phone to find us.
Thank God. You're both safe.
Violet spilled everything. She was forced to join the thugs and con people for money. I'm sorry, Mom, Dad. Sorry, Joy. When Joy found out, they planned a fake kidnapping for ransom, promising to leave me alone afterward. Those bastards. I was wrong. We were mad at Violet, sure, but family's about forgiveness and making things right. Thanks to working with the cops and a good lawyer, Violet avoided arrest. Now we're closer than ever. Wow, this is more fun than I thought. Not bad. You're starting to feel like a real sister.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, Nick, catch! Ouch! Ugh, ignore Violet. She's just joking.
Really? Did she joke about you having a crush on me?
What did you tell Nick? Violet, wait up!
And the queen is Mrs. Amy. As soon as the show host helped my mom put on the queen crown, he received another message from his earbuds. Wait, what? It seems like we got a bit of a misunderstanding, ladies and gents. The crown belongs to Gracie. Immediately, the crown was passed from my mom to me. Angrily, Mom rushed over and knocked me down. Give it to me. No, my crown. Not only that, she even took Lucas's arm. Just like that, when the next day came, the fight between the two queens of the school became the highlight of our school forum. Hi guys! You've just heard the drama of me, Gracie Gold, and my amnesiac mother, Amy. You're probably curious for more, right? Let's start then. That fateful day, Miss JC, my dad's secretary, drove to my house in panic. Bad news. Mr. Gold has been summoned to court for tax evasion. Worried about my dad, my mom asked to borrow her car and drive it straight to the police station. But unfortunately, she had a bad accident on the road. Right after that, my mom was immediately brought to the hospital. This is my fault. I shouldn't have let her drive alone. Don't blame yourself, JC. The police will investigate the cause of the accident. Soon after, Miss JC happily told me that my dad was released because there was not enough evidence against him. But unfortunately, my mom wasn't so lucky. After waking from a short coma, she lost her memory and thought she was only 18. Where am I? Who are you? Oh my god, I'm late for class. My dad and I tried to stop her, but she pushed me away and insisted on going to school. The doctor said, "Everyone, it's best to do as the patient wishes during this sensitive time. It'll help her recover faster." So after being discharged from the hospital, thanks to my dad's connection, she was able to return to the university she used to attend. No, Dad, I'm studying there too. I know, dear, but having you there will make her safer and I'll be less worried. Just support her and go along with anything she wants, okay? Before I could stop him, my mother suddenly appeared in my clothes. Mom, why are you wearing my clothes? Firstly, don't call me Mom when I'm only your age. Secondly, this outfit fits me perfectly. Thanks. Jesus. Someone save me from this nightmare. As soon as we entered the school, my mom started walking like she was a model. Look at that. Ugh. See? Everyone loves me. Whatever. I have practice with the cheer team today, so you go ahead and head home first, okay? After saying that, I was eager to run away from her, but my mom held me back. Really? I used to be the team's leader. Let's go there. Jesus! I couldn't imagine what else she was going to do. When I just took out my cheer outfit, suddenly a black shadow flashed past, and my outfit was gone. When I turned around, my mom had already put it on and proudly smiled. How do I look? I'm like Megan Fox in Jennifer's Body, right? Nope. She looked like Rebel Wilson in Hustle. Just when I was about to snatch my outfit back, Dad's words echoed in my mind. Go along with anything she wants. Fine, let's just head to the field, Mom. We got practice. Yay, let's go. When the coach saw her, she told my mom to show her a few moves to decide whether to let her in the team or not. Suddenly, my mom rushed over and grabbed my arm. Gracie, lift me up. I'll make their jaws drop. With her determination, I was forced to lift her up, but she was so heavy. I tried my best and finally did it. However, my mom suddenly farted. OMG, it stank. I reflexively covered my nose without remembering my mom was still in the air. Then she fell on top of me, causing the whole team to burst into laughter. I think you should, practice more with Amy. Great. So I was stuck with my 18-year-old mom. We stayed on the training ground until the basketball team asked to take the field to practice. When we were about to leave, suddenly a ball flew towards my mother. Careful, Mom! Suddenly, a tall, dark figure came to block the ball in front of her. Are you okay? That was Lucas, my dreamy crush. But why was my mom giving him that suggestive look? I quickly thanked Lucas and pulled her away. Mom, you're married, remember? There's no way I'm married to that stinky old man. Then she haughtily left. Ugh! She was making me lose my mind. When I caught up with her, we were already on the street. Suddenly, a car stopped in front of us. JC's voice spoke out. Hi, your dad and I just came back from the company to pick you girls up. But my mom refused to get in the car. She kept muttering something about the brakes. Suddenly, Lucas drove his motorbike up to us. If you're afraid of a car, I can drive you home, Mrs. Amy. Sounds amazing. Impossible! I couldn't let my mom near my Lucas. Don't you mind her, but I don't mind getting on your bike. No, Lucas asked me first. He'll take me. In the end, my dad had to helplessly watch on as Lucas drove both his wife and his daughter home. After coming home, I had a fierce argument with my mom. I know you're sick, but please act your age. Act your age, blah, blah, blah. Gracie, you sound like an oldie. And we kept fighting each other despite my dad's advice. Suddenly, Miss JC spoke up. I'm sorry, but she's lost all her memories of her life and her family, and she clearly doesn't want to try to remember. Maybe it's better that she leaves and sets everyone free. I grabbed Mom's hand as she began to leave. Where are you going? We're not done yet. As we struggled, I accidentally pushed her onto the shelf, causing the family photo album to drop. As soon as she saw the pictures, she started clutching her head in severe pain. My dad and Miss JC worriedly helped her to her room, while I stayed behind to clean up the pile of photos that were scattered on the ground. As I looked at each photo, all the memories came flooding back. I realized that my family would never be complete without my mom. Am I being too harsh on her? After my dad drove Miss JC home, I quietly slipped into my mom's room. I held her hand, wanting to say sorry, but suddenly, I realized she was having a dangerously high fever. So that whole night, I stayed up to take care of her. The next morning, while I was still asleep by her bed, suddenly I heard her voice. Did you take care of me all night? Seeing my mom getting better, I happily hugged her tightly. I was wrong to treat you like that, Mom. Please don't leave me. I still don't know who your mom is, but don't worry, I'm here. Suddenly, we were interrupted by a phone call from the police. We discovered that the brakes of the car your mother drove that day were intentionally cut. It was likely a crime. All of my doubts began to fall on my dad's secretary. I knew she was a fake from the start. Just look at the way she clings to your father. So together with my mom, we decided to find the evidence against JC. As planned, one day my mom knocked on Miss JC's door. I'm sick of that house. Can I crash here? Without waiting for a reply, she boldly rushed into the house while huffing and complaining. I could see JC's smug smile. While my mom was stalling that snake, I quietly slipped inside. As I walked down the hall, I saw a room at the end of it. Oh my God! The room was filled with pictures of my dad with a bunch of filthy words on it. What kind of sicko did my family get involved with? I decided to take all of those photos and ran straight to JC and my mom. You can stop pretending. My whole family knows the truth. It turned out that every misfortune that fell onto my family was arranged by JC. From cutting the car brakes to convincing my mom to divorce so she could steal my dad for her own. I got the evidence, and soon my dad will see your true face. I won't let anyone ruin my image in front of him. Then she picked up the vase and rushed to attack me. At that moment, my mom stood up to protect me. Don't hurt my friend. But because JC was so strong, my mom was hurt and pushed to the ground. When she was about to get up, the headache made her wobble. Mom, are you okay? JC saw that and quickly escaped, but only 2 days later she was arrested. As for my mom, that impact had miraculously helped her regain her memory. Gracie? Darling? Mom! My dad also deeply regretted having mistrusted his secretary. The next day, when my mom was about to be discharged from the hospital, a special visitor came to visit her, Lucas. Seeing that, my mom mischievously whispered to me. I called him. Don't worry, I won't be the third wheel this time.
That was her! Brittany on the rival team! While she was alone, I aggressively rushed over. Surrender, Brittany! When I was about to eliminate her, my boyfriend Asher appeared and stopped me. Spare Brittany! She's scared to death! Obviously, this was a fight. I mustn't be weak. At that moment, the rival team had chased here. I didn't hesitate to pick up my lover, protect him, and confront all the opponents at the same time. Even though my team won, Asher suffered from everyone's ridicule when he had to be protected by a girl like me. That was why he always saw me too strong, not as gentle as my rich best friend Brittany. Just wait and see, Asher. I, Gwen, would make you change your mind. Before changing any of Asher's thoughts, I made it worse at the basketball team's victory party. It was held at Asher's house because he was the captain. And of course I had a responsibility to host the party on behalf of my boyfriend. Starting with the dance of all the students in the school, I could barely control myself every time I hear this melody. Everyone was excited except for Brittany. Come on, you have to fit in. No, I don't really like dancing. I didn't try to entice her anymore. Then I climbed up to the dining table and let's go crazy! Moments later, Brittany came back to me, followed by Asher. Amidst everyone's cheers for me, he managed to say something. What the heck are you doing? I shook my head, signaling that I couldn't hear. Never mind. I'd been busy burning myself up on this table. Suddenly, the music stopped. Oh, come on! Music's amazing! Before I could say anything, I realized that the person who unplugged the wire was Asher's mother, Jay. I hurriedly climbed down to apologize to her when suddenly the table shook violently and began to collapse. Without thinking, I jumped down. Ah! Don't get me wrong, it wasn't my scream. It was Mrs. J's because I jumped on top of her. Asher worriedly rushed over. Fortunately, Brittany knew how to give first aid for that case, and Jay finally regained consciousness. Thank you so much. If only Asher's girlfriend can be like you. Hearing that, Asher quickly pulled me to a corner to talk. You should learn from Brittany, both gentle and docile. Only then will your mother allow us to be together. But you... Stop. I just want the best for you. Then he left me with my fears. I couldn't lose him like that. I had to change now. The next day, with Brittany's help, I completely changed into a different person. Long hair, light flowing dress. Do I look like a gentle girl?
Why do you have to change for that guy? Just break up.
You never understand how great my love for him is. That was right. So great that I'm willing to learn things I never cared about before. After a night of hard studying, I was ready to show Asher my gentle side. That day, Asher met me at his mother's beefsteak restaurant. Just in case I misbehaved, I asked Brittany to come along. As soon as I appeared, Asher looked at me in surprise. See? I said I'd make him marvel. Moments later, Mrs. J showed up with beefsteak plates and joined us for dinner. I tried to eat as elegantly as possible, even though my stomach rumbles horribly. That sound quickly spread to everyone. I quickly turned to my best friend with a pleading look. She then excused to go to the restroom. Suddenly, the power in the restroom went off.
There seems to be a power outage.
It was true that only Brittany loved me. When no one was looking, I gobbled up the beefsteak on my plate. Delicious. When I was enjoying it, the lights suddenly came back on. Both Asher and his mother stared at me. I tried to swallow, but I choked. He quickly hugged me. Come on, Gwen. Suddenly, Brittany stood in front of Mrs. J and took my half-chewed meat in the face. If there wasn't Brittany, you'd be squirting all that on me, wouldn't you?
Don't get angry. Let me take care of this mess.
Whatever. I would never accept someone as crude as her, Asher. I've given you time, and you're still not as good as Brittany. I'm so disappointed in you. Then he chased after Mrs. J, leaving me and Brittany. That night, when I was still upset, Brittany took the phone to me and said,
Mrs. J just sent me this message.
Turns out Mrs. J invited my best friend to the fair with her and Asher as thanks for saving her last time. Obviously, this was just an excuse for Mrs. J to associate my lover with my best friend. Should I? Seeing Brittany hesitate, I gave her a puzzled look. Turns out she wanted to help me by pretending to go out with Asher, and then playing tricks to show him that dating a soft and weak girl like Brittany would be no good.
Just like that, Asher would understand and come back with you.
That's right! Why didn't I think of that? As I expected that day, Brittany came to the fair as scheduled, and only Asher was waiting there. My mother can't come, so it's just you and me today. According to the script in the hammering game, Brittany would intentionally drop the hammer on Asher's feet, making him hate her. When everything was going very smoothly, Asher suddenly grabbed Brittany's hand to help her raise the hammer. What the heck was that? I could feel the shady atmosphere surrounding the two of them. So, plan A didn't work. Fortunately, Brittany gave me plan B. I immediately pulled out a mouse from my pocket and let it run toward the two of them. As soon as she saw it, Brittany screamed in fear, and I rushed to smash the mouse to rescue them. Let me catch it! I was so engrossed in smacking the mouse that I didn't notice it had already climbed onto Asher. That caused him to take a lot of beatings from me. Gwen, let's stop here! Before I could say anything, he left.
You two can't be together anymore. I think you should break up with him.
Why do you advise me to give up like that? You also have feelings for Asher, don't you?
What? You really are fulsome. Solve your problems by yourself.
Because of that, my last friend left me. Maybe I was wrong. After thinking for 2 days, I decided to go to Asher's house to break up with him and say goodbye. As soon as the door opened, Mrs. J said that Asher was not at home. Suddenly, a voice came out.
Asher, taste it!
I immediately recognized whose voice it was. That was right. My best friend in my lover's house.
What did you come here for?
I'm the one who should ask that question. Are you betraying me? Knowing that everything could not be hidden anymore, Brittany immediately told the whole truth with a smug voice. It turned out that she had arranged everything to humiliate me, since she realized that Mrs. J really wanted Brittany to be Asher's girlfriend.
I've liked him for a long time without daring to say it. Because of my shyness, I let him fall into you. Now give it up. Asher likes me too.
I couldn't stand them anymore. I rushed to push Brittany away, wanting to make it clear to Asher.
Ah!
The fire from Brittany's place quickly spread throughout the room. Seeing Mrs. J started coughing, he and I rushed to help her while Brittany was running away screaming. Finally, in the most dangerous situation, I showed my strength and helped Asher bring Mrs. J out safely. After escaping the fire, Mrs. J and Asher realized Brittany wasn't like they expected. They also apologized to me. I don't blame you and Asher either. Now I'm very happy to be myself. Since then, Brittany has also been shunned by Mrs. J and Asher. As for me, I no longer have contact with any of them because now I don't want to change for anyone. Gwen forever, best of the best!